Apologies if I sound rushed, but I really want to make sure you're in exactly the right spot. In this video, I'm about to show you over the shoulder how I managed to go from dad bod to six pack, and more specifically how I managed to lose well over 65 pounds in 1 year. But not just pounds, we're talking about pounds of fat while I was just building muscle and getting bigger day by day. And more importantly, how I managed to maintain this look for years and years on end without being hungry, having motivation and laziness issues, and without having to live in the gym to maintain this physique. In fact, achieving this look and maintaining it is now on the back burner, on autopilot, while I just spend most of my day working on my business, taking my dog for a walk, taking care of my family, spending time with my girlfriend, or just enjoying life. And that's exactly what I teach and preach, and what my students manage to do as well. Here's John, 30 years old, police officer, managed to kill the dad bod and reveal his well-defined six-pack in 16 weeks. Lefteris, 39, accountant, father of 3, managed to get rid of all the belly fat and quote-unquote feel 10 years younger. He managed to actually lose well over 70 pounds in the last year. Dionysus, retail executive, came to me depressed because, as he said, he tried everything and nothing seemed to be working. He told me he's not proud of where he is, and he doesn't really post on social media and doesn't really go out. We start working together and boom, now he's happy, fulfilled, start going out, not thinking twice before posting on social media, and getting a bunch of compliments along the way, and even a girlfriend. And I'm really happy for him. And Nick, 59 years old, with zero prior experience, is working a 9 to 5 plus running a side hustle, an e-commerce store. He managed to hit a home run in the absolute first try, just following my process, of course. And he thanked me. He said now his life has changed dramatically and that his wife has definitely taken notice. But that's not all. Take a look at this ocean of results down below. I've helped tons of people get the exact same results, and good news, you're at the exact same place as they were. So buckle up, as I'm about to teach you how to achieve the exact same results. It has to do with 5 non-negotiable steps that you must follow in order to get rid of the dad bod, lean down, lose weight, burn fat, and reveal your six-pack finally, if that's what you want. The 6 steps are the triple F method. What's that? The fast-paced fasting feedback loop method, which we'll go over later. And why is it the hands down best way to get lean? And number 2, how to fast without being hungry all the time. 3, why motivation is for losers and what to do instead. 4, how to fast and get lean without living in the gym. 5, how to fast and get lean without losing any muscle, but instead of that, build muscle. And 6, how to break through the notorious six-pack wall. Have you ever noticed that you try to lose some fat? Yes, you do. You successfully lose some fat, lean down a little bit, but you don't really get that six-pack, that chiseled look. It's like a wall that's stopping you, an invisible wall. Well, I'll tell you how exactly to fix that as well. Sounds good? Awesome. But before we go over the 6 steps and the training and the tactic and all of that nice stuff, let's just address the elephant in the room. And the obvious question you might have, who the hell is this guy that's talking to me right now? Well, thanks for asking. My name is Sharo, and you might not know me, and that's totally cool. But here in Greece, and I don't really mean to toot my own horn, but I'm a pretty big deal. I'm a certified personal trainer and have had coached hundreds of people throughout the years into achieving their dream physiques. And where I come from, I'm the go-to fat loss expert with tons of results and science that back up every single word I say. And listen, truth is, there are a ton of fat loss gurus out there. Why choose me? Well, truth is, these fat loss gurus out there were just born with abs, and now they try to teach others how to get abs as well. Like, I don't know, maybe choose better parents or something. Well, jokes aside, just think about that for a second. It's like having a fish teaching you how to swim. The idea by itself is ridiculous and point blank, it's not gonna happen. But that's not the case with me. Before all of that, I was just another fat kiddo, and I never minded really being overweight, but that changed fast when I got rejected a couple of times by some girls. And there was this one girl that I was trying to impress and hit on at a family gathering, and while I was talking to her, she started taking pictures of my gut, which was really embarrassing and sad, as I kid, I started struggling a lot with confidence, and I even asked for the picture to have it and remind myself why I started this journey to lose the fat and be the best version of me. But it stopped being for girls. That was when I was a kid. My motivation was girls, but now it's more for me. The body doesn't define who you are, but it reflects upon who you are. It's like a mirror. So I want a body that matches my personality and my attitude, and I feel inside I am a lion. So I don't want to be in a sheep's body, I want to be in a lion's body. I don't know if that makes sense for you. And anyway, when I was a kid, I got bullied into oblivion by friends and family. So I was like, damn, I gotta lose some weight, right? And so I started reading all these magazines, following all this typical advice, like 10 meals a day, chicken, broccoli, rice, blunt foods, ending up always hungry, like doing tons of cardio, living in the gym, the typical stuff, the bro science stuff. And I felt like groggy all the time, hungry all the time, and I was feeling like I'm losing a ton of muscle. I was getting like scrawny, but I wasn't getting this nice, lean, chiseled look. And I wasn't really progressing. And as I said, I was losing some weight, but I wasn't getting that lean to get my six-pack to really, really show. And that's what I refer to as the six-pack wall, where you do lose some weight, but you lose muscle, or you just get flat, but you don't really get that lean, muscular look that you've been looking for, like the Greek god look. Here in Greece, we talk about this look as the Greek god look. So that's a six-pack wall. Yes, you get lean, but you don't really hit that Greek god status, right? And yeah, I would lose, and then I would just gain the weight back. I was like, yeah, I got to bulk up, right? And I would gain the weight back, and then I would lose the weight again. It's just this perpetual cycle, and people were asking me, like, why the hell are you, like, getting fat and thin all the time? I was like, no, bro, you don't get me. I'm bulking right now, right? So yeah, I was just coping because I was just failing to get that lean Greek god look, right? So I felt trapped, I felt alone, it sucked, it really sucked because, I was trying for years and years, I was just failing for years and years. One thing I had going for me is that I'm really, really persistent, right? And then I stumbled across fasting, like this new thing, this amazing thing, the new way of doing things. No more broccoli and rice, no more chicken, and no more breakfast and 10 meals a day. Now you're fasting. Now you're fasting for 16 hours and you're eating a couple of meals. And yes, it was much easier to get in a deficit and just lose some fat. I was less hungry, I had more motivation, and we'll go over the steps and how to do it exactly later on. But I still hit that six-pack wall. I couldn't still get lean. It was easier when I was fasting to diet down and adhere to a diet, but I was still chubby, right? And it didn't get me lean. It didn't get me where I wanted to be. And then during that time, I also got into programming, right? And I started writing code, and I was shocked at how fast I was learning to code. And then I thought about losing weight, losing fat, getting that Greek god look, getting that chiseled body. And I compared the two, and like getting lean took me like 10 years and I was progressing very, very slowly, but learning to code took me 3 months and I was like a pro programmer, right? I landed like a job at some startup here in Greece, right? And I compared the two, and I tried to find the reason. What was the main difference? Why coding took so little time to learn, and it was so easy for me, even though coding isn't easy by itself, but losing weight, getting lean was so hard for me. And the difference was this one thing: how fast I was getting feedback, how fast I was being told, I was learning that what I'm doing is wrong or right, right? Like, think about it for a second. You're writing code, you hit enter, the code either runs or just you get hit with an error. And if you get hit with an error, the compiler even tells you exactly where that error is. You fix that error, you hit enter again, and the same thing happens. It either runs or you get hit with an error, and you keep doing that until the code actually runs properly, right? But when you're trying to lose weight, when you're trying to lean down, what are you doing? Well, you set up a diet plan, a training plan, and you adhere to it. But it's not a second, it doesn't take a second to figure out if what you've been doing is right or wrong. It takes like months, right? It takes 3 months. It takes 1 year. I remember multiple times waking up and realizing that the past year I did make zero progress in my weight loss efforts. It took me literally 1 year. The thing that was taking me 1 second in programming, in weight loss and leaning down and fat loss was taking me months or even a year to figure out. So that was the big difference among those two. So as soon as I realized that it wasn't some new fat diet, it wasn't some new training technique or pill or something, and it was just about taking fast feedback, even if you're failing, fail fast, and then just iterate according to that, according to the feedback. And since I started doing that, everything just became so much easier. Because truth is, it's not like you're doing everything wrong. It's not like you need to make some massive change in your diet or lifestyle. If you're trying to get healthy, you're probably doing some things right, and maybe some things you're doing are not the best way to go about it. So instead of just drastically changing everything each time you realize what's not working, why not just iterate and get to where you want to be real fast, right? So yeah, so what I did was shorten the feedback loop of months to 2 weeks, get the feedback, tweak what I'm already doing, and take it from there. And as soon as I did that, I just got lean like that. It was the easiest thing ever. I was just shook. I was just hitting my head, banging my head against the wall because I've been struggling for so long, right? And yeah, then I start posting my pics shirtless because that's what you're supposed to do. And people started like following me, asking me for advice. And then I start coaching people and posting videos. And then I became this like fat loss guru expert that I am today. And since then, I've never looked back. And I think I would make my younger self proud. And I am proud every day I wake up. Sometimes I look myself in the mirror and I see my six-pack and I'm like, whoa. I didn't expect to see a six-pack there because I was used to being fat all my life. So it's so nice to just live life and look good with your clothes on, having nice clothes that fit you perfectly. Even if I go to a beach and I take my shirt off, I don't worry about what other people are thinking. Just take my shirt off and I just have fun. I don't think about it twice. And yeah, that's what I want to do for you as well. Just be able to enjoy life, fix that fat loss problem once and for all, and be able to focus on other areas of your life. I don't think you have time to waste on just trying to lose weight and lose fat like year after year after year, right? So yeah, let's get started with the training, shall we? So let's get started with the training. So the secret number one, the step number one, I'll go over the